Frank Miller is an intense guy. Even now he gets Freddy Krueger shaking like a leaf. The writing in his Batman miniseries is directly responsible for all superhero movies, but he started out as a Comic-Con tote bag nerd like the rest of us mortals. I'm interested in him as an artist, so let's do a deep dive into his evolution. Here his first Daredevil issue. Enter newcomer lanky Frank Miller. Cool stuff, but very by the book. This John Buscema How to Draw the Marvel Way anatomy. John Byrne cheekbones. Neil Adams leg foreshortening. But you can see some of Miller's later style coming through even in this first issue, like the big eyes and the silhouettes. But yeah, this here I call his early style. Klaus Johansson was already inking him here, and he uses a brush, I assume, to get those thick lines. Leaving gaps as well between the lines. And just some slight hatching and feathering. And a two-tone color with a slight fade. So let's draw Bullseye in a cool pose. Sword or stick or something. Light will be on his back, so drop the shadows on the bottom and what the face covers. Boom! I love this style. I would say the Wolverine miniseries is still in this style. And one thing you will notice in that one especially is those boots. But yeah, moving on. Miller evolved and he got free reign to work on Batman. And that's where he started his long-time collaboration with the watercolor painter Lynn Varley, and it looks gorgeous. He used the same style in Elektra Lives Again, but I would say the color palette is a lot stronger there. And my favorite thing at the time was these Superman silhouettes, and it looks like Arthur Adams liked them too. Of course, Todd McFarlane always knows where to get the goodies. Okay, clouds are easy with the brush tool. And in this style, his anatomy becomes blockier, but it's still realistic somehow. So let's draw another iconic chest emblem character. Another Frank. Frank Castle, aka the Punisher. Make sure to have the noise filter on the color. Rain or no rain? No rain. Yeah, cool, but easy because of the black. So let's try one of those faces. Quite realistic actually, especially with the underlying paint layer, like here in the collarbone and the faces. Big eyes, lots of lines around them, even for the young people like Matt Murdock. Not sure who this is, some old guy with a bandana in winter. So let's draw Cyclops. This is actually very quick to do in Photoshop. I'm not using the masks like I did in the Frank Frazetta video, but just a separate layer for each color and then delete the excess. Okay, so if this is Cyclops, then this must be Professor X. One more mic drop came in the early 90s from Miller. While the image guys were cross-hatching, Miller turned the lights off. The Sin City style. Actually super difficult to do. The goal is to use only shadows to show the shapes of things. Kind of that film noir black and white movie style. But if you don't draw an outline, you run into all kinds of trouble. Like here, not being able to tell where the fingers stop. So then placing the string of the camera here makes that clear. So it's kind of like a puzzle, pop art puzzle. This scene with the cars is genius. So many layers, but with the least amount of shapes, an instantly recognizable scene and dynamic as well. Reality would have dropped some shadows here, but it looks better without it. And then that negative white space here to show the guardrails. Really cool. Same here with the extension cord. It just makes it look more balanced to add some extra curves. So this style takes time and planning. I'm gonna mix the Mazzucchelli Catwoman with this scene and the room from The Godfather. Okay, so I'll have light from the outside through the blinds and then from the lamp on the other side. So I can cast light on the bodies from both sides and make the photo frames white. I think that'll be enough to recognize Catwoman. This is just a first sketch check. Should work. Okay, from scratch for the perspective. And let's put him in the chair. Nice voluptuous full body Frank Miller figure. Let's see if the puzzle works. Okay, horrible face, but I'll fix it later. Use the trusty distort tool for the blinds. detail, redo the face. Okay, still ugly, but the room looks cool. And now I hear you say, what about 300, the huge commercial hit? But I actually feel it's the same style as Sin City, just with Lynn Varley colors added, because it has those same flat iconic images, lots of shadows, lines on the faces and detail are similar. So yeah, I still call this the Sin City style. So that's it for my deep dive, the 3 styles. Drop a like if you enjoyed it, and I hope it gets you excited to give it a try yourself. Check some of the other artists I did deep dives on, like Mobius, Arthur Adams, and basically all of the image guys. Catch you next time.